Hello everyone and welcome to Credit Finance. In today's video, I bring you an update regarding the final list of the SNAP emergency allowance. So we have 33 states fostering the last emergency allowance in February and then also in March. But once again, remember that emergency allowance unfortunately will be ending in the month of February. So once again, I repeated, the emergency allowance will be ending in February. However, 8 states in particular will be sending their last extra SNAP for February in the month of March. I also have an important update, IRS update, where the tax agency just announced which state relief check from last year are not subject to federal tax. So make sure you guys stay until the end of this video to ensure that you receive this information. Now before we get started, if you are interested in the latest news regarding stimulus, child tax credit, SNAP, P-EBT and everything in between, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Let's start off with the emergency update. So remember guys that there is a couple of states that have already ended their state COVID related emergency declaration and therefore have ceased issuing emergency allowance. So here's the updated list for February 2023. So here we have Missouri, Florida, Ohio, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee that ended their benefits in 2021. Then of course other states like Iowa, Arizona, Connecticut, Indiana, Georgia, Alaska, these states are ended their benefits in 2022. And then recently in January of 23, South Carolina also ended their benefit, and here we have some failed dates. So remember that there are certain states that are usually 1 month behind. So here we have the SNAP emergency allowance benefit for the month of January. So starting off with California depositing their benefit from January either on February 4th or February 12th. We also have Kansas February 19th all the way through 28th. Hawaii February 13th, Massachusetts February 2nd, Minnesota February 7th all the way through 28th. Nevada February 11th all the way through 14th and Vermont February 14th. And moving on the February SNAP emergency allowance. So here we have the states that have been approved. So starting off with Colorado February 19th all the way through 24th, Connecticut February 15th, Delaware February 27th, DC's in a regular issuance schedule, Illinois February 20th all the way through 28th, Louisiana February 4th all the way through 11th and 11th, 18th or 25th. Maine February 10th, Maryland February 4th all the way through 23rd Feb. Michigan February 18th through the 28th and New Hampshire February 2nd or February 17th. New Jersey will be depositing benefit anytime between February 1st all the way through the 5th. New Mexico February 1st through the 28th for those in New York City February 10th all the way through 27th. And then for the rest of the state, February 6th through the 22nd, North Carolina February 22nd through March 3rd, Ohio February 27th through the 28th, Oklahoma February 10th through the 15th, or again depositing payments same as always in 3 rounds. So here are the following fail dates: February 10th or February 27th or the 1st of March. Pennsylvania February 15th all the way through the 1st of March, Rhode Island February 3rd and Texas February 3rd or February 7th all the way through 10th. The state of Utah is also on this list depositing benefit from February on February 25th, Virginia February 16th, Washington February 1st all the way through the February 20th, West Virginia February 8th and Wisconsin February 18th. And as I have mentioned previously, remember that there is a couple of states that will be ending their last emergency allowance from the benefit month of February in the month of March. One of the states that are usually 1 month behind in terms of their benefits in the state of Nevada. So here I am on the official website and they have actually released additional details regarding this last month. I also find additional information for those in the state of Minnesota. Here you can see it's the actual website, Department of Human Service, and they are already announcing that their extra COVID emergency SNAP will be ending right. And then last but not least, we have also the state of Massachusetts I am on their mass.gov website where they are already announcing the last COVID SNAP payments, and there's you can see the payout date. So let's dive right into the sum of these details. And so for those of you guys in the state of Massachusetts, here's some important details you may want to pay attention. So it says recent action by the federal government and extra COVID SNAP benefit known as the SNAP Emergency Allowment as of February of 23. If you live in the state of Massachusetts, you will get your last COVID SNAP payments, otherwise known as those emergency allowment, on March 2nd of 23. Moving on to those in the state of Minnesota, here's what on their website federal officials have declared the COVID emergency SNAP allowance will end after February. So because the emergency SNAP is issued the month after SNAP is approved, most households will get their last emergency SNAP payments in March, and benefit will return to the standard amount in the month of April. And then for those in the state of Nevada, it says the SNAP emergency allowance payment are intended to help eligible SNAP recipients better address to economic crisis resulting from the COVID pandemic. So the recent Consolidated Appropriation Act passed by Congress effectively ends the SNAP emergency allowance payments, and eligible SNAP participants will receive one last SNAP emergency allowance March on 14th of 23. So once again, your last payment for those in the state of Nevada is March 14th of 23. So after that final payment, SNAP recipients will only receive the benefits amount for which they are eligible based on their case eligibility determination. And so here we have the list of the March 23 payout dates. So remember, these dates are benefits from February that will be deposited in the month of March. At least it is for Alabama, February benefits being deposited on 1st of March. California February benefit deposit anywhere between March 25th or the 26th. Hawaii March 13th, Kansas March 22nd all the way through 31st. Massachusetts March 2nd, Minnesota as mentioned previously, it could be any time in the month of March. Nevada March 14th and the same date as well. For the state of Vermont are in other news. The IRS now says that more state relief checks last year are not subject to federal tax. So the IRS announced on Friday that most relief checks issued by state last year are not subject to federal tax, providing 11 hours guidance as return tax start to pour is so a week after telling payment recipients to delay their finally returns. The IRS said it would not challenge the taxability of payments related to general welfare and disaster, meaning taxpayers who receive those checks would not have to pay federal tax on those payments. The IRS appreciates the patience of taxpayers, tax professionals, software companies, and tax administration as the IRS and Treasury work to resolve the unique and complex situation. This was something that was said by the IRS on a Friday evening in a statement. So the states where the relief checks do not have to be reported by taxpayer are for one of California, also the state of Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Maine, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island. So that also applies to energy relief payments in Alaska that were in additional to the annual payments fund dividend. This was something once again that was said by the IRS. So in addition to this, many taxpayers in Georgia, Massachusetts, South Carolina and Virginia also avoid federal taxes on state payments if they meet certain requirements. If you are curious to know about the 2023 IRS tax refund schedule, well, here I have some additional details. So January 23rd of 23 marks the beginning of tax seasons as the Internal Revenue Service began expecting the processing 22 tax return. The last year American received an average refund of around $3,253 for their 2021 tax return. Now, according to the IRS website, taxpayers should expect to receive their 2022 tax refund within 21 days of submitting their returns, so long as they file electronically choose to receive their refund through direct deposit and don't encounter any issues like insurance, error or incomplete information. However, if you are claiming on earned income tax credit or additional child tax credit (P-EBT), then the IRS will expect a return but can't issue your refund before February 18th. And so here we have the 2023 list IRS tax refund calendar. Of course, I do want to go ahead and let you guys know that this is an estimated based as past year's trends, but based on past information. It does seems accurate for about 90% of taxpayers. So depending on when you file and depending on when your tax are being expected, let's say it's anywhere between February 5th all the way through February 11th, and then if you choose to get direct deposit, it could be sent by March 3rd, and if you choose to receive your check in the mail, then it could arrive by March 10th. We also have other dates here. For example, if your tax were expected by any time between March 19 and all the way through the 25th, then for direct deposit it will be April 14th and in the mail it will be April 21st. And that's all the update that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification button to know when I have uploaded a new video. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time.